Welcome to Country Kickback, where you'll hear the latest music from performers you already know and discover new music and artists from around the world. If you have an artist you'd like us to chat with, reach out to the team at countrykickback.com, or you can watch our live videos and more by following us on social media and YouTube. Here is your host, Danni Shaw, with the latest from Country Kickback.
Hello. Paula, you're in the room first again tonight. Thank you for joining us again. I know we've just finished a show with Duncan Toombs. If you guys were watching, we were talking to him in the breaks of the storm. He'd pulled over to do the show because it was just so wet and wild that he didn't think he was going to make it home in time. And now we've got Matt Ward and Rae Slade joining us in a moment. So if you have any questions, pop them in the comments and tell us what you've been listening to and what you've got going for the weekend. We'll welcome them into the room. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
It's nice to talk to someone in Tassie. It's really nice.
Yes, we are in Tassie.
Very much in Tassie.
You guys are in a most beautiful spot in Tassie where you are right now. It's just stunning.
And where are you, Danni?
So I'm at Evandale, so I'm right near the mountain, right near Ben Lomond, I guess, is fairly close. It's about a 40-minute drive, I suppose, but it's all uphill.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm right at the end of the airport, actually. You can sort of see the end of the airport where I am.
Okay.
But Paula has jumped in and she said that she loves your music. Tell us.
Mine or hers?
Yeah, wait, whose?
Of course, yeah, we got it. Yeah, taking bets here. So what have you guys been up to? I haven't had you on the show before, Amber, so welcome. And Matt, it's been a few months, so what have you guys been up to?
What have you been up to, Matt Ward?
I have been recording and recording in Adelaide. I started the record label. I'm going to be releasing music in the coming month or so, and came down to Tassie to finish off my album with Matt Fell, and planning out the year. So actually getting organised and lots of writing as well. So, and organising gigs. So
yes,
keeping busy. What have you been up to?
It's a lot.
What have I been up to? So I've just been having Matt Ward organize my gigs. For the upcoming year. Yes, also writing and recording with Matt Fell. So we're kind of like on the same trajectory actually right now. Yes. And playing some gigs together this year, and just doing what artists do, and finally being able to catch up and have a couple beers together while Matt's in Tassie. Yeah, and do our thing. So, so we're doing.
It must be nice. How are you guys going? Waking up to that beautiful scenery every day. It'd be quite inspiring, wouldn't it? There and working together and getting out. A bit cold still, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, we've worked together a few times, just on a couple of things that I think we might put together. To be really honest, because I'm still a newbie here. I've only been here just over a year. Nothing gets old. Nothing's gotten old. Every day you wake up to kind of a different cinematic experience pretty much, and nothing's lost. It's just absolutely incredible. It's the most extraordinary place to live, and I'm so glad I've made the journey here.
It's beautiful, isn't it? I know, walking out that back door and just seeing the mountain, it actually doesn't look real. It looks like a painting. How did you go in winter? Because that was the first thing I thought.
Well, so I'm from Detroit, so which is very cold. It's kind of up near Canada in the United States, and while I am from the South, that was kind of my initial start. And so I'm really good at winter. This is nothing. This is like a Tennessee winter here. Yeah, I don't demean it, the severity of the Tassie winter, but this is pretty all right compared to where I come from.
Yeah, that's actually nice. It's a happy medium, isn't it? Just to you still get the winter, but not as bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So I know that you guys have got a show this weekend. If anyone is in Tassie, where can we go and where can we get tickets?
So the show is here at Wilder, Tasmania, or also known as the Old Black Stump, or formerly known as the Old Black Stump.
Yep.
At Gary Park. And you can jump on my website, mattwardmusic.com. There's a link on the front page to grab tickets. They're selling fast, but of course, there's still some available for people to come. And so it's going to be a full band show with Amber and then my band. So my band's coming down from South Australia, which is very good of them. I flew them down here, but that's okay. They're going to enjoy it. It's a holiday on Matt Ward.
Exactly, Not silly, really.
And the room is spectacular. So, from 3 p.m. And there's an amazing menu that's been put on as well of Americana and country food as well. So
it's all very much a Southern-based menu that our chef has put together. So, it's a unique thing.
I can vouch for the food. Last time I was there, it was so good. I went home feeling like I was going to bust because it was so good.
Makes me so happy because we did all the cooking for that. So that makes me especially pleased.
It was, and the pulled meat and then on chips, it was just like, this is good.
Yeah, that makes me really happy. And also, and uniquely so, our producer who's producing both of us, Matt Fell, will be playing in both of our sets. So that's lovely. He's going to play with you a little bit too.
Nah.
He said he was.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, my band's here as well.
He's going to jump up and play a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic. So if you're anywhere near or you can get here for it, make sure you get tickets because this Sunday. You've still got time to get here from wherever you are. And Paula said before that she loves your music, and Kaz has popped in. She said to say hi. Kaz does so many reviews of so many different artists. It's lovely I always like reading her reviews and what she thinks of things. But you guys are talking about releasing new music this year and arranging shows. I saw on your post, Matt, today that you wrote a song about your dog that you're recording. It's been a little while with Shooter there. You've taken a while to release this.
Yeah, well, that's right. But only wrote it late last year. But I recorded it here only this week, and I was listening to some of the beds of that today, and it's a very special song. It's called "Find You a Valley," but I don't want to spoil the release of the song. So I've also been fortunate enough to come down here now 3 times. Came in July last year after about 6 months off of not writing and not doing too much creativity, and it was a really important time for me to come here, and nature inspired me, and I brought my dog down every time, and Shooter, and he just gets me out and about, and so each morning I've gone out walking and feel very fortunate to have done that, and so I'm not sure when I'll release that song per se, but it will be on the album eventually. And it's a really beautiful song. So it's not like a corny dog song like, "Hey, I got my dog and I got my truck." And could be applied to anyone that safely stretches you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, I like that. And Kaz,
Shooter barking in the background just there.
How old is he now? He's not that old, is he? He'd be 2 or 3.
He'll be 2 in October. So
2 in October.
He'll be 3 in October. So he was 2 in October. So.
Yeah, okay. So 30. I just say it couldn't be much more than that, surely. And Darren has popped in to say hi as well. I haven't seen Darren in so long. Darren's based in Victoria. Tell us, everybody, where you're from or where you're watching from. So how long are you down here for, Matt? Are you here for a week or 2?
Yeah, so head back mid next week once I've done a little bit more work with Matt and done some vocals, and then I'll have to eventually go back to work, day job work, and which I'm also very fortunate to have. And I think Amber and I also have some touring plans for the year, which hopefully come together to get out and about in different states as well. So I've definitely got shows in South Australia in April. So I've got 3 shows, and that's a bit of a Heartland Music Australia thing for my label, including Nathan Seeks, who's an incredible singer-songwriter as well. So Paul is from Horsham.
Yes,
okay, we might have to pull through Horsham. So and
tell us where you are so we know where to play. Yeah,
that's right. So,
exactly.
Please stay tuned.
Yes, that's fantastic. And Amber, I haven't had you on the show before, and normally we do a bit of a tradition of we like to get people's musical stories and why they got into music. And if you have time tonight, can you tell us a little bit about your background before? Because obviously it's the first time we've had you on. Tell us about your musical background and what got you to here.
Yeah, sure. So I grew up in a bit of a musical family. So my family is in the capo business, guitar capos and banjo capos and uh, kind of any kind of capo you can imagine. So I grew up in bluegrass kind of land, and I had a lot of that influence. And then my dad is, he's probably he has more followers than me on Facebook, and he's based in Indianapolis. And he's a bit of a rock and roller. So all sides of it were just music all around, and I think it was kind of a natural progression. I was a theater major actually,
Okay.
but it's the creative arts, and we all kind of stick around that. And then you just follow that trajectory. Yeah. So I think
And
it would have been hard for me not to be in music.
yeah, it does. I was about to say, it actually doesn't sound like it was a choice,
Yeah.
really.
Exactly.
Just part of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's such a common thing in this industry, is that a lot of us it's not just you, it's in your family. It's part of what we do, isn't it? You hear so many stories of people who've grown up in it, and it's like it hasn't been a choice. It's just something you've had to do the whole
Yeah.
way through.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're about to head out do some shows with Matt, but are you going to do some shows of your own as well around this next 12 months?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's kind of our goal, is to do some really great projects together and then see what we can do kind of independently. And so I'm with the Heartland Music label now. And so I think it's such a bit of a roots organization. So it's really courageous and pushing you out there on your own and having you do your own thing and then coming back together as a collective. So we're kind of back and forth all the way.
I love that. And how are you feeling, Matt, with Heartland and how it's going so far? Because that's a big jump that you've taken there as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's still very early days. I think the primary driver was to work with like-minded artists primarily, but also to work with friends. I could see some artists out there who were incredible songwriters, fantastic performers, and who needed support or needed a group or a collective to get momentum. It's very easy for musicians to fall through the cracks, particularly if you're not from some of the core centres like Melbourne or Sydney, or not part of certain centres or cliques. And coming from Adelaide, you're sort of on the fringes as well. Like Adelaide's just a big country town, and as is Geelong, and then as is Gowrie Park. So
he also means 4 artists that need a swift kick in the behind.
And I'm getting some advice, and hope to announce some stuff as well to be able to have some really good distribution through the label as well, into Nashville. So that should be pretty exciting. And so please stay tuned. And and I did it also to be able to curate the artistic base from which I release my music. So again, with like-minded musicians, sort of all country Americana, and similar styles of music that's got its heart in country but sits a little bit on the edge as well.
The edge. I love that. Yeah. I like that we have so many layers in this industry of country music. My favorite.
Just
people are involved.
Just to interject though, like it's like a factory of ideas at all times. In like Matt Ward's mind, and it's just constantly ticking, and there are things happening, and it's like this one-man show of making this happen.
No one needs to sleep.
Yeah. Well, I sleep great. I'm sure he doesn't.
Well, I also don't have family either. So but I do have a job. But anyway,
you've got a dog, and I'm a bit like you, Matt. My brain doesn't stop when it comes to music. Got my fingers helping so many people, but I have cats that keep me awake, so I understand. They're just as bad as kids. In fact, when my niece and nephew are here, they're easier than the cats. So
we appreciate everything you do, Danni. Definitely,
absolutely.
Well, thank you for coming and chatting to us. There's lots of comments here coming. Kaz has said that she's looking forward to hearing your music, Amber, and I know that she'll be reviewing.
I can't see that far without my glasses, so it's a bit.
She said that she said, "Come to Victoria, please, and love Nathan too." And Paula's in Horsham. I know Darren is watching from Victoria, and there's a few other comments up there. So thank you for watching, everybody. But before we go, we can get tickets for this weekend at Matt Ward's website. And is that the best place? Where's the best place, not just for the show this weekend, but for both of you, for upcoming shows and upcoming tickets, and to keep an eye on your new music? What's the best place to watch you?
Well, that would be a good place for it, wouldn't it? I mean, Heartland would obviously be
Heartland?
a place.
So mattwardmusic.com for me. Amber's got a Facebook page, just Amber Rae Slade as it is. And Heartland has a Facebook page, and it will have a website soon. It's going to be pretty simple. I can only juggle too many websites.
Yeah, they're horrible, aren't they?
That's right.
Oh, thanks, Paula. That's a cool comment.
And hear her, she said, I don't know your music, Emma, but she's going to check you out. Paula is such a good supporter of Australian music in general, because every stream you find, Paula watches, and I love it when she sings music she hasn't seen before, because I know she loves it. So let us know Paula, in the comments when you finish, because after the show you can still comment. Let us know in the comments what you think about everybody's music, and let us know. That's my favorite part of hearing people, how they relate, or what they think their people's music makes them think of. That's my favorite part about this job, awesome. I think. Awesome. So every time it's funny, with your album Heartland, and then the name of the company Heartland, there's a Heartland sign just down the road here that every time I go past it, I think, oh, Matt Ward's album. And it's actually a drive that you can do past Evandale and out to the mountain. I'm not actually sure how far it goes, but every time I see the sign, I always think of you and your music. So it's awesome. It's got reminders everywhere for people, so they can't forget it. I'll have to do the drive. I'll have to do the actual loop and see where it takes us.
The name Heartland originally came from northern British Columbia. I was traveling up there to go see Grizzly Bears back in 2017 when I was bringing the album together.
Not the band, actual Grizzly Bears.
Actual Grizzly Bears, and it was a three-day drive north of Vancouver, and yeah, there's a very, very tiny country town, and there was a family restaurant called Heartland, and similar to this actually. So that's where the original inspiration came from. And then of course it's a very natural name for a lot of things, but fortunately Heartland Music Australia was not taken. So
that's fantastic.
Now registered.
Did you get to see the Bears? Did you get to see any?
Yeah, so I was really lucky. I hooked up with because I work in national parks back in South Australia, I hooked up with some regional directors of national parks all around British Columbia, and they took me out on a boat ride, saw whales, then up to Kutsumatine Sanctuary, it's actually called, and you're right up in the fjord, and you're right up on the mudflats, and you can hear them breaking open clams and
oh wow,
stuff like that. It was absolutely incredible. So
that is so special. I've never got to see anything like that, and I think it would just be amazing just to see it, especially out in the wild. It would be beautiful to see. I guess not many people probably get to do that.
Now, based on that story, so many more questions.
This is Matt's got all these trips and all these things that you've done. You've got plenty of inspiration.
Yeah. My new music is very much nature inspired as well. So keep a look out. Yeah, I look forward to releasing it. And Kaz, I know you love my music, so keep a lookout, keep a listen out. There's going to be a bit of alt stuff, but also some stuff a bit more like Heartland as well. So it should be good.
I like it. It's just adding to your story. I love that. New music. Cannot wait. But remember, guys, if you are in Tassie this weekend, come and see them on Sunday at Wildout. And if you need to get the link or anything, I'll pop it in the comments. But make sure you have a look and keep an eye out for new music. But I'm hoping that maybe if we come on Sunday, they might get to hear a new song or two, maybe.
Absolutely.
Lots of new songs. Absolutely.
Plenty.
So, if you want to hear it before it's released, you better come on Sunday. So, and Kerry, I can see you there. Thank you for joining. There's lots of people coming in. Thank you both for coming to chat to us. I always say that, we'll just do a 15-minute one, and it always ends up way longer than we always say, so I'm sorry. Never
That's okay. Never right.
had a good time. When I say times. Never. Well, thank you so much. I'll see you both on Sunday. I'll definitely come down and get to watch, and might try and drag a few people with me.
Amazing. Thank you, Danni. I can't wait to see you on Sunday. I'll make you another cup of tea.
That'd be very nice because it is a nice little drive, isn't it? No, it's good fun. It's well worth it. So make sure if you can, come down. And if not, go and follow everybody on their Facebook and all their social media pages, and check out Matt's website as well while you're there. We'll see you all next week. We've got shows on Wednesday and Thursday next week. We are working on a couple of others, so there might be a couple of surprise shows for you. And yeah, have a great weekend. And if you're not in Tassie, let us know where you're watching live music from. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
you guys very soon. See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.